Right.
Not long?
Not long. Then
I
he
said
moved
half hour,
down
then
to
moved.
Grace Valley.
His own,
Yeah.
right, he's sold.
We moved
Wife's there.
from
Oral, he's ready.
Raleigh.
Yeah.
Really? Rob, so you and Ronnie, they had a big write-up, and I had my first fight, you know, at Trevor, in the Shamokin News Dispatch. And I wonder if they keep any of those papers?
Well, they should, yeah.
Library should have it in microfilm. Library should have it in microfilm.
Yeah.
Well, I was sophomore in high school, which meant I was, I think 1930, probably 14 or 15. And the boxing was held like in January, February, March. I can't remember the date. I had a big write-up about it. Said something like
Right.
Ensinger from the British Valley stole the show because when I was in training, I didn't, you know, you're my buddy. I don't want to hurt you.
Right.
Yeah.
But this guy was my buddy. He's out to hurt me. I didn't waste any time. The guys tell me, I don't remember, but I mean, when the bell rang, I went into it. Bing, 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 bing. He said, I went, knocked him right across the ring and pow, and put him in the ropes, you know. So after that, there wasn't much left. I got a little tired.
You had a lot of buddies after that.
Yeah. Actually, nobody gave me any golf either.
Everybody was your friend, right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you ready? We'll start with your name.
Wasn't a pleasant experience for him.
Who you are?
Oh,
Look here.
Okay.
He's got it. It's all
hello,
right.
Ensinger, William, Willie,
Son.
Buggy,
Son.
son, yeah.
How did you get the name Son?
Well, back when I was born in 1930.
And where were you born?
In Kashmir, Washington.
Kashmir, Washington. September, what was it? What was the date?
September 26, 1930.
Okay. And you got the name Son?
I guess at the time, I think Al Jolson had a popular song, Sonny Boy. Right?
Yeah.
That's what it called me. Everybody called me Son, among other things.
When he was in a good mood.
But anyway, that's where the name came. Then I was high school, I called Wild Willie, and then Wild Bill. But I said, it's not Wild, it's my old Bill.
From over the hill.
But that's starting.
From over the hill.
From over the hill.
Never worked, ain't about to start now. That's it. But the wild stuff come from, I was playing football, I had practice, and I was in. And there was, the coach was playing quarterback, and you're supposed to have a special out and in route, you know, for the ball, and kind of pass. Okay, so I could run pretty fast. So I go out and I go zipping out and made my cut and went back and the coach threw it behind me. He said, I don't know, might have been a few cuss words in there. Ensinger, don't run like a blame wild man. He didn't tell me this, well he did, so that was it. Well, I went Wild Willie the rest of my school day. Anything else?
Well, how about your childhood? Growing up, your mom, your dad?
Yeah.
Any little stories?
No, I
and you were born in a house, is that correct?
Huh?
You were born in a house?
I don't remember, but I suppose...
You were very young at the time.
Yeah.
I was out in
Kashmir.
Kashmir, Washington.
Okay.
Anyway,
Any stories you want to share with us that
well,
stick with you?
Another
Parents?
reason I learned to fight was when I was a little kid. We had a big family. My mother had a lot of sisters and brothers, and I had a lot of cousins. Well, back then in the 1930s, late 40s, early 40s, when a bunch of kids got together, if they didn't have enough for baseball, they played what? Cowboys and Indians. Well, my dad's mother was an Indian, and we knew that. She was either, they got it whittled down to either Blackfoot or Crow. My first cousin on my Aunt Grace's side has been delving into it, so is my sister. Nobody thought for sure. Anyway, So I had to be an Indian, all right? Well, I couldn't argue with that. And then, of course, the Indians always lost. Well, in the movies they did, but this didn't sit well with me. So we put on our own private fight after a while with my cousins, and I didn't always lose.
He stuck the feather with the feather in the time.
How many kids do you have?
Let's talk a little bit about your family, your children, grandchildren, who they are,
Okay?
where they are, and where are you at right now? Where do you live?
I live in a place called Bombay, actually, it's up in St. Lawrence Central.
Well, if you're yeah.
St. Lawrence County, New York, on the St. Regis River, which people have said to me is the best kept secret in New York State.
Is it?
Fishing.
Fishing, okay.
Like one of my guys just set a record a couple of weeks ago on a 52-inch muskie, weighed 38 pounds.
Wow.
I got pictures of it too or someplace.
Look at that. Wow. Very nice.
Well, he's holding it. Show him what he's holding. It shows it.
Hold it up.
No, just stay, you just stay there.
You have to find out
Get the
where
other, there you go.
he's got it over his shoulder.
Turn it down a little bit. No, tilt it the other way. I'm getting glare.
Yeah.
No, wait.
He's got it over his shoulder.
Yeah, he has one
Hold it
there.
that
That
way.
is better.
That's the natural way.
But then there's one here with him with it over his shoulder.
All right, that's good. Okay.
Okay, go on.
And your hat that you're wearing, how long, I take it that's where you work?
Oh,
You work for General Motors?
yeah,
How long you been there?
50 years.
50 years. There you go. Great.
I started, well, let's see, finished high school, got some few jobs that didn't pay too much, you know. Me and my buddy were hanging around town. And said, well, we're going to sign up for the Army or whatever. Away we went. Well, my brother, Bill, was in the Air Force during the war. In fact, he enlisted right after Pearl Harbor. And so I was going to be Air Force. Went down to the recruiting office there in Pottsville. Pottsville, is it? We have a Potsdam up there. And we went in and said, I wanted to go for the Air Force. He said, no, I don't have any. I said, I want to sign up. How old are you? I said, 18. I said, I can give you Air Force for 1 year, active duty, 6 years reserve. I'll take it. But my buddy who went, he didn't qualify. I had a high school education. So he enlisted in the Army. Martin Bennick, he was from Irish. My son of a gun ended up in Korea when it started. And he was on the front lines for, I don't know, 13 months. He had a chest of ribbons and buttons for right across there. If I'd have went with him, I'd probably cut the first stray bullet that come across the line. I was kind of lucky, but I lucked out there. Then I come out and I got a job in the strip mine driving Uke. And that is not a job for the faint-hearted, believe me. You drive along and the door open and spit down 150 foot in the rocks below. Because a lot of guys, one trip and say, this is not for me. But anyway, that was a good paying job, but it didn't last very long. I ended up getting laid off and bumming around a bunch of us. Again, somebody said, a lot of them. Even my Uncle Short Lewis. And that, we all went to Buffalo. Tonawanda, really. General Motors was hired. And some of the Lewis boys were working there quite a few. So I went up there and worked, started February 10th, 1953. That's when I started working there. When I was a country boy from Hillbilly Irish Valley, and didn't particularly care for the city, but the rumor they're opening a plant in Messina, New York, was out a lot of elbow room. So I put in an application, I got hired there, went to work April 14th, 1959. And ever since. I'm leaving pretty soon.
Freezing.
But you say that every year,
What?
that you're leaving pretty soon.
Well, it gets closer every year.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Say about his kid. He was,
Right.
I think it
Your children, we didn't get to your
Oh,
children.
yeah, well, let's see, we were,
Your oldest, and in the middle, and youngest, and, right?
Like the stuff.
and he was born in
Snow.
10/10, October 10th, 1957. And turned out pretty good. He's doing well. And then along comes Sister Lori. Her birthday was in December the 3rd.
I'll tell you why. I flew into
I
Carolina
can't remember
for
that
Sorry.
day,
an
year.
interview, but a meeting with somebody from Time Warner.
And
Morning. They had that
here
big ice
comes
storm.
Julie.
Shut everything down.
This
And
is
I-
after
I'm there.
Blair
It's not
and
bothering me.
Lori were born in
So I'm driving.
Buffalo area.
Get to the rental car.
Lori was
It's
just
the
a
stick, but it's
few
beginning
months
to melt,
old
so I was
when we
able
moved
to
to
chip and then move it and get it off
Cena,
my windows and things.
on
Drive around.
Bombay area.
The road was going.
Then after about 10 years, along comes Elaine, my little baby. She's quite a joy. Oh, you all like her. Elaine's a singer.
Normal for us.
Amy. She took lessons from, my wife
Could not
wanted
get into my car. I
to
get
have
back.
a lesson by a school teacher, you know,
Save money.
St. Lawrence Central, but she said, oh, I have too many, she'll have to wait. Well, we didn't wait.
Open my door.
She went and found a professor at Crane School of Music, vocal professor.
Took me 4 hours to get home from the airport.
She learned.
10 miles away.
You've been there, I've been around Crane.
I visited there.
Had my overcoat.
Mm-hmm.
I was going.
Yeah,
Do you remember the time you come over with the guys and we had a jam session? I love that.
Yeah, we had,
Sweet Georgia Brown.
it was a fraternity conference at Potsdam.
That's for Crane is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then we needed a place to stay, so the guys, we just went up, kept going and stayed up there. And
Oh, they called for us. I mean, we could put, dude, you can stay in the camper or in the house.
I think we stayed in the house because it was too cold to be in the camper, so,
Yeah, it was in April or something.
yeah.
So we got a jam session. We got out the old guitar. We did some Sweet Georgia Brown. That was really good.
So now we get down to our little final question. Words of wisdom. What words of wisdom do you have for us and our children to come, the next generations?
Don't try to be something you aren't. Be yourself.
Okay.